Did you know that in major Canadian school districts like Peel and York region, a single test taken in grade 3 or 4 can determine if your child gets access to enhanced learning programs for the rest of their academic life? Well, it's called the CCAT, but here is the dangerous trap. If you search CCAT online, you will likely find a 15-minute employment test used to hire software engineers. If you prep your 9-year-old with that, they will be preparing for the wrong exam. Hi, I'm Gurpreet from Wizdomi. We specialize in personalized one-on-one live tuition for K-12 and competitive exam preparation. So today, I am going to decode the Canadian Cognitive Ability Test, especially the CCAT 7. I'll explain how this test is used for gifted screening in Canada, how it differs from US CogAT, and why non-verbal reasoning is the secret weapon for NRI students. So first, let's get the name right. We are talking about the CCAT Level 7. It's published by Nelson Education in Canada, adapted from the famous CogAT by Riverside Insights. This is strictly for K-12 gifted and talented identification. Well, it identifies students with high potential who need enhanced learning classes. It's an aptitude test and not an achievement test. And an important note here, do not confuse this with the CAT 4, that is the Canadian Achievement Test. CCAT is cognitive, CAT 4 is achievement. So we are discussing the cognitive one today. Now the CCAT 7 assesses reasoning through 3 distinct batteries. The test takes approximately 90 minutes total, usually administered over 3 separate days or sessions to keep kids fresh. The 3 sections are the verbal battery, the quantitative battery, and the non-verbal battery. So here, all the questions are multiple choice. For example, in non-verbal reasoning, your child might see a paper being folded and a hole punched. They have to select what the paper looks like when unfolded. No words are used, just pure logic. Now the prerequisites. This test is age normed for K-12, but the most important years are grade 3 and grade 4. In districts like Peel District School Board and York Region, you don't need to register. All grade 4 students are tested automatically in the class, and this is called universal screening. So can you study for an aptitude test? Schools definitely say no, but we say familiarize. So start 4 to 6 weeks before the fall screening dates. And the techniques are spatial visualization. So buy some origami paper, practice folding and unfolding it, because this physically teaches the paper folding section. And the common mistake, memorizing math facts. The quantitative section isn't about calculating, it's about seeing the pattern. So focus on patterns and not arithmetic. Since this happens during school hours, just ensure that your child arrives at school on time. No calculators are allowed. The logic must come from the brain and not a device. So results typically take 2 to 3 months. You will receive 3 main numbers: the standard 8-score SAS, the Stenine 1 to 9, and the percentile rank. A rank of 98th percentile is often the cutoff for full gifted programs in Ontario. Now for our NRI families moving between countries, this is crucial. The CCAT is essentially the Canadian version of the CogAT used in the USA. They are created by the same researchers, so if your child preps for the CogAT in the US, they are effectively prepping for the CCAT in Canada. Let's answer 5 common questions from Canadian parents. If my child fails the screening, can we retake it? Generally, I would say that public boards do not allow immediate retakes. That's not allowed. Is this the same as the CCAT 4 in the UK? Well, no, that is the GL assessment. And does my child need to be fluent in English? So for that, I would say English learners often score lower on verbal, but non-verbal can still identify them. Now, what is a universal screener? So it means that everyone takes it. Now, how can Wizdomi help? So we offer targeted logic and reasoning training that helps students recognize the types of puzzles that they will see. So the CCAT is a gateway to incredible opportunities in the Canadian school system. So whether you want to unlock the gifted program or just understand your child's learning style, understanding this test is the very first step. So I want you to check the description for the link to the Peel and York region gifted guidelines. So I'm Gurpreet and I'll see you in the next video.